All right. Founder Kemi Remi-Dairu, Hearing Foundation. Kemi Remi-Dairu is here to talk about this. Thank you so much for joining us on TVC Breakfast.
Thank you so much.
Now, one of the things that people know Lagos for is noise. It differentiates Lagos from any other state. And we're saying that we are looking forward to achieving a noiseless Lagos. A lot of persons are saying, is that going to be ever possible?
Yes.
How confident are you? Now talk to us.
All right, it's actually possible because why someone would say it's not possible is because you've not seen the danger with noise, what noise pollution can cause to you. I lost my hearing to noise pollution at an event. So if you know the gravity of it, then you know that this is something it's our responsibility together to achieve it. So like religious centers around you, other speaker sellers, people selling things and everything, you know that, oh, you're about to harm someone with your noise. There's a particular decibel according to LASEPA that should be an indoor, outdoor, everything. All the information is actually on their website. But if you know that, oh, like you're hearing something and it's affecting you, your right is actually to make a report. Excuse me, you're disturbing me. This noise is affecting me. And now the LASEPA has said it that, oh, you can come to us. We would fight for you. We would do the necessary thing to curb this. So all you just need to go to LASEPA website, report it. Oh, there's a church beside my house. The law says 10 meters away, 10 meters away from the premises where the sound is coming from shouldn't be heard. So, and that's just like walking 10 feet away. So if I walk 10 feet away from a mosque or a church and I still hear the sound, then that's an offense.
So many arrests have to be made because a lot of these things that you have mentioned, a lot of people are guilty. When you go around the streets, I can mention about different religious centers around my house alone, and we hear the noise. And you need to report that. And then we also have a DJ on that streets who seemingly entertains people during the day, so with all of the music, and so it means that we as a people have a responsibility. But how aware are people about these things? Because creating awareness is what leads to the effective implementation of whatever it is we seek. Yes,
and that is why we had actually everywhere now, like the present thing LASEPA is actually doing is we're as an ambassador of LASEPA on Noiseless Lagos, I've decided to partner with them, and I also have my foundation on advocacy and also informing people, educating them on the dangers of noise pollution and why you shouldn't be a noise pollutant. So we're going around, from parks to park, creating awareness, telling them, oh, please, you need, the danger with this is more than what we're thinking of. Because according to WHO, World Health Organization says by 2060, 60% of West African population are going to be deaf. Because we are actually not doing anything about it. And that is why we are saying it now. The noise alone is actually affecting us. So we're creating the awareness, educating people, telling them everywhere, please stop making hell of noise. When noise becomes louder than the normal, it becomes a nuisance. So we need to, that's why we're doing this. That's why we're telling people, what
are the dangers associated with noise, first of all, by way of educating people, using this platform to educate people? What are the dangers? And what is the recommended level? How can they gauge or measure so they can know when they are exceeding that level and perhaps know when it is all right?
Yes. Okay, like, for example, hearing loss, which I have said, which I am a victim of. Hearing loss is one of it. Then secondly, hypertension. Like when you hear the noise you're hearing. At times you might be in the house and you're hearing noise and you just discover immediately your heart start beating faster, faster, faster. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. You have hypertension. Then another thing the doctor mentioned at the meeting we had, I'm not a doctor, but let me quote my doctor. Another thing he mentioned was actually that a pregnant woman can have miscarriage through an exposure to sudden noise. So imagine you're sleeping in your house and all of a sudden someone just, there's a call to prayer. And that call to prayer went on a very loud sound. When I had my own loud sound, I was beside a speaker, and suddenly I just had a sharp sound from my right ear. Wow! That high pitch went directly into my ear. I felt the pain. Days after, I was still hearing the music of that event. And by the weekend, 5 days after, it went off. At that minute, I went deaf, but I never knew because I was still hearing with this. So there are a lot of things. And another thing is, it can cause mental problem. Imagine being exposed to noise constantly.
How about those who use this earpiece? You see people just permanently leave the earpiece.
Yes, that is another dangerous thing, because most of all those earpieces, they are not insulated. They are directly, nothing to weigh them, nothing. And now imagine constantly you're having it on, Immediately you remove it. Let someone just talk to you. You would have to pay a very high attention to hear what the person is saying. Then at that time, you're already losing it. You're already losing it. And you talked about measuring. How do you measure the noise? Okay, fine. On Google App or Play Store or something, there's something called decibel meter. Okay, according to Lagos State, LASEPA says indoor, the decibel shouldn't be more than 45 indoors. Outside, the decibel shouldn't be more than 50 during the day, 55, 75, and all the commercial areas, residential areas. Let me not quote them wrongly, but you can always check LASEPA website. So this decibel meter, you can download it on your phone. Once you get to, I do it a lot, even now. I do it a lot. When I get to any place, I just open the app on my phone. Once I open it, and I check what's the noise rate of this place. If it's an event, I go to the engineer directly. Sorry, this thing is too high for us. Yeah, they drag it with you. They do all this. I don't even need to tell you I'm an ambassador, but you're going to hurt me, you're going to hurt the next person.
Absolutely.
So that's it. Now,
one area which LASEPA says is going to use to address this issue is self-regulation, which it says is very key. And I'm wondering that that comes from a place of awareness and knowledge, yes, but then is that enough in itself, self-awareness to addressing or achieving the noiseless Lagos? How about enforcement?
Yes. Now the stage we have now, we are actually creating an awareness. And after we've done that, there are going to be signs. No horn zone, no noise zone, the decibel for this area. There are going to be signs all around. And once the policy is fully approved, there's okay, like now there are penalties for any center you actually report. They go there to warn them, have a meeting with them. Then if they refuse to obey, they are being shut down, like club centers, yes, really? Churches and everything. We've been doing it for like 2 years now, and we go around for people. We have thousands of reports with us. So now once it's being approved fully as a policy, then there will be penalties for every offender, every noise pollutant. We had the last meeting we had road safety, we had everybody there. So we are working towards that. It's actually going to be enforced, but we just want to tell people the danger and why we want it, not just someone waking up one day to just say you don't want this.
All right. We'll have to leave the conversation here now. Founder Kemi Remi Dairo, Hearing Foundation. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right.